Welcome back to Earn My Vote. My name is Edmondson. Today I have with me Erica Crawley, who's running for state representative for the 26th House District.
26 House District.
26th House. How you doing today, Erica?
I'm well, and yourself?
Good, good. Welcome to Earn My Vote. So, Erica, never seen you before. Glad to meet you. So tell us a little bit about yourself, Erica.
Well, I'm originally from Youngstown, Ohio, born and raised on the South Side.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the product of Youngstown Public Schools. Started out at YSU, went to University of Toledo, dropped out, went to the Navy. I served active duty on the Navy. Military.
I'm Army. Go Army.
My brother just retired, 25 years. My father served in Vietnam in the Army. So I decided to do the Navy. Served during 9/11, served in Operation Iraqi Freedom, Operation Enduring Freedom.
Okay.
Got out the Navy, returned to college, got my bachelor's degree in criminology from Cleveland State University.
Okay.
Got a master's degree in public administration, and most recently finished my law degree last year at Capital University Law School.
Right. Okay. So Erica, why are you running for this seat right here in the 26th district? I think it's my district too, because I live in this right off of Maine, McNaughton area now.
Okay.
Is that your area? Okay. So tell us a little about this seat.
So it's east, southeast Columbus. Okay. And I'm running because I just could no longer sit on the sidelines. I got twin girls that are 13, and I was just really affected by what's going on in our country, the political climate, and all I was offering was a complaint. Mm-hmm. And I no longer wanted to be sitting like on the sideline. I wanted to be an active participant. I have had a career in public service and giving back, and so I just wanted to take my advocacy to another level and be a great role model for my children and be a voice for change.
Right. That's awesome. And so what type of things do you plan to do if you were to get this seat?
So one of the things that is important to me is making sure that we have fair and diverse economic opportunities for hardworking families so they can thrive and not just survive.
Now, let me slow you down. So explain to me, because some people might be watching this, might not know what fair and diverse economics mean.
Okay, so one of the things that is important to me and the people of the district, because that district has been hit hard with underinvestment and disinvestment, and so I would like to focus on small businesses and micro businesses.
Okay.
Also, making sure that our neighbors have the information that they need to start a business, and then also are able to receive capital to start that business.
Okay.
Another thing that is important for hardworking families, fair and diverse economic opportunities, is making sure we increase the minimum wage.
Okay.
So families have enough money to keep a roof over their head and food on the table. Mm-hmm. Especially in that district, affordable housing is a problem. 83% of our neighbors live in unaffordable housing, where more than 30% of their gross income goes to keeping a roof over their head.
Okay.
So I want to make sure that one way we can do that is increase minimum wage.
Okay.
Another way for fair and diverse economic opportunities is to make sure that our adults who want to contribute to the workforce has the skills necessary to do that. Mm-hmm. So whether it's going back to school or having apprenticeship programs or getting introduced to trades, they're able to do that. And they have the resources necessary to be able to do
all that is very important for that community, because I know in that area I have a lot of friends that have businesses, and oftentimes I have the opportunity to share with them the services that the city give. And because of the distance from it is from downtown, a lot of those businesses don't get the help that they need to sustain their businesses and to be successful. And they have to do a lot of, go to the bank. They have to go to the bank to get loans. They have to find other ways to sustain their businesses. And it's unfortunately that we can't, even though that's city, that we can't really help those businesses that are that far away, around that like Hamilton Road area, between Crawley, Livingston, and all those businesses. And so that's good to know. And is there anything else you want to share before the election coming up?
Well, yeah. Another thing that's important to me is making sure that we have investment in education that supports our youth from cradle to career. I am a champion for universal pre-K. That's something that's very important to me. So when I go to the State House, I want to make sure that we're able to make sure our 3-year-olds and 4-year-olds are ready to start school when they get into kindergarten. And then also another thing is making sure that we have fair treatment and access to services for all people. So we do have an opioid epidemic, but our neighborhoods have always been affected by drugs, whether it's crack, meth, pills, and opioids. So even though we have this crisis, we want to make sure that everyone can receive treatment, whether it's mental health, addiction services, transition housing. We want to make sure that everybody, no matter your economic status, no matter your race, can have access to services. And as also healthcare, access to high quality, affordable healthcare is something that's very important to me. As someone who went without healthcare for 5 years, or have seen my mom who has good health insurance max out her credit cards to be able to afford her prescriptions. So we need to make sure that everyone has access to high quality, affordable healthcare.
Right. Now, you said that you were a veteran, right?
I am a veteran.
I'm a veteran. What are you going to do for veterans?
So one thing I want to do for veterans, because my father, I've seen him, struggle over the years and slip through the cracks, is make sure that our veterans have housing. I don't understand. We should not have a homeless problem at all, but especially our veterans who have gone overseas or have just put their life on the line. Make sure that they have housing and they have the resources necessary. Also mental health. Being someone who I feel like is highly educated, going through trying to get services is very complicated. And so how can we streamline that system so veterans can get services, and not asking veterans to come to the VA? They know where the VA is, and they, some people still don't have services. So we need to be in the communities, making sure that they have the information that they need to get housing, to get services, just documentation that they may have lost over time. Just so we should be able to be a resource for our veterans, and I'm going to make sure that happens.
Okay. All right. Great. Well, last but not least question is that, you pretty much summed it all up, but I was going to say, you can look right there in the camera and tell them what are you going to do to earn your vote.
So if you want someone who understands the challenges of the district, and who has been there knocking on doors, serving in the community, serving the needs of our neighbors, I ask for your vote on May 8th. As someone who has education and understands how the policy making works, but has also been at the effect of these policies, who can understand and have the experience of my neighbors and being disenfranchised, and also those successes too. When I go to the State House, I don't want to just take my voice. I want to take the voice of everyone in the district as a collective and have that amplified. And I need your help. So on May 8th, please vote Erica Crawley for State Rep.
Okay, Erica, well, thank you for joining me today.
Thank you.
Stay tuned. Vote May the 8th. It's coming up soon, so don't miss the next one. Earn My Vote with Edmondson. After the 8th, we got more candidates coming on soon. Peace.